Welcome everyone. So we started our topic factors affecting evaporation and we discussed about four factors which are temperature, surface area, humidity and wind speed. So today we will be discussing about them once again by taking one common example. So we will be starting with the definition of evaporation itself. So, how we can define evaporation or what is evaporation? Evaporation is a phenomena of change of a liquid into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point. So, when you have to learn the definition of evaporation, you can just break it down into two parts. First part is saying that in case of evaporation, liquid is changing into its vapor state, and the second part is saying at what temperature it is changing or at what temperature the phenomena of evaporation is taking place at a temperature below the boiling point of that liquid. Now here, um, generally I am using the term water instead of liquid, but it doesn't mean that only water is showing the phenomena of evaporation. Although all liquids like petrol, diesel, kerosene, alcohol, nail paint remover, actually nail paint remover, the compound which is present in that is acetone. So you must be familiar with that also. If you want, you can try also by just taking a few drops of it, and you can see that how easily and how quickly it is evaporating. It is evaporating at much more faster than compared to water. So there are many other liquids which is showing the phenomena of evaporation, or almost all the liquids they are showing the phenomena of evaporation. Now I am using again and again, I am saying that I am using the term water as it is the most common example, and for you also it is very easy to understand. Although we will also be discussing about that acetone or nail paint remover compound again later in the same under the same topic. So this is about the definition of evaporation. So now as any liquid they can exhibit the phenomena of evaporation, that means the boiling point or the temperature at which phenomena of evaporation will take place, that depends on the boiling point of that liquid. For example, if I am saying water, then water is showing the phenomena of evaporation at any temperature below 100 degrees Celsius, because 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point of water. If I am saying acetone or nail paint remover, then acetone actually its boiling point is 54 degrees Celsius. So acetone will show evaporation at a temperature below 54 degrees Celsius. If I am not wrong, I think it is 54 degrees Celsius only. Same way, alcohol, ethyl alcohol, its boiling point is 78 degrees Celsius. So it will also show the phenomena of evaporation at any temperature below the temperature of its boiling point, which is 78 degrees Celsius. So what I am trying to say is that all liquids they are showing the phenomena of evaporation at any temperature below their boiling point. So for different liquid boiling point is different, that is why there is no fixed temperature for them. Now, factors affecting evaporation, and in that we discussed one activity 1.14. I hope that you understood also, but today we will discuss about all these four factors which affects the rate of evaporation by taking other example like drying of the wet clothes. So these four factors which affect the rate of evaporation are temperature, surface area, humidity and wind speed. Now temperature we discussed. I'm just quickly just revising these things, and again I will give you reason that how these factors they are affecting the rate of evaporation. So temperature, when we are increasing the temperature, then the rate of evaporation also increases. Then surface area, when you are increasing surface area, the rate of evaporation increases. Humidity, when humidity increases, then rate of evaporation decreases. Here only you will find that they are having reverse relation. And wind speed, when wind speed increases, then rate of evaporation increases. So if you have to remember this, if you have to learn this, then you can just learn it single in a single line. And when I will give you the reason, you will, although you will understand completely, but if you have to learn it, then just one sentence is enough. Then with the help, then by using your language, just by using common language, you can easily explain it. So the first topic is temperature. That actually what happens, see, when we discussed about the phenomena of evaporation, how it is taking place and why it is said to be surface phenomena, it is because it is related with the kinetic energy of the particles. What happens in case of evaporation? The surface of the liquid, the particles which is present at the surface of the liquid, they are having greater kinetic energy as compared to the other particles which is present. Now the particles which is having higher kinetic energy, those particles are present at the surface. So when temperature is high, then they will gain more kinetic energy, because we have discussed that temperature is directly proportional to kinetic energy. So if temperature is high, then if rate of evaporation increases, because the particles present at the surface, they will acquire greater kinetic energy. So if the kinetic energy is greater, uh, they can easily convert into its vapor state. That is why if temperature increases, rate of evaporation increases, because it is related with kinetic energy of particles. The second one is surface area. Now in case of surface area, see what happens when you are increasing the surface area, then more number of particles they will present at the surface. You can easily understand this by taking the same example which is given in activity 1.14. The first two cases, if you remember, that first we have in the first case we had taken 5 ml of water in test tube, and in the second one we took 5 ml of water in an open china dish. Now what happens, the surface area of the water inside test tube is very small, and the surface area of water which when you have kept in open china dish, it is very large. So in the second case where you have kept water in an open china dish, the rate of evaporation is very high, and that is why in the second case what happens, water it will quickly evaporate as compared to the first case. So this you can easily understand. If you are not understanding the concept of test tube and china dish, like if you want, you can also do this at your home. What you have to do, you have to take 50 ml or 100 ml of water in a glass, and the same volume of water you have to take in a kind of a small plate, and then you have to keep both of them, glass and plate, under the same surrounding, under the same condition, like in the activity 1.14 they have kept. If you are keeping them in room, then both of the glass and plate you have to keep in room. If you are keeping them on rooftop, then both of them, glass and plate, you have to keep on rooftop. So the condition should be same, and then only you will be able to understand that how surface area, how when we are increasing surface area, the rate of evaporation increases. So actually what happens, when we are increasing surface area, then more number of particles they are coming on the surface. As more number of particles now they are present as surface, they are having greater kinetic energy, and they are more number of particles they are exposed to outer atmosphere, and they can easily convert into vapor state. So this is the reason, and you can easily relate this with your everyday life example also. You just have to take two piece of cloth having same everything, like the same material and the same dimension. So what you have to do, one cloth you have to spread completely evenly, and the second one you have to fold it two times or three times or four times, and then you have to just keep on the rooftop in an hanging position. And you can, without doing this also, you can easily say that the cloth which you have spread completely, that is going to dry up much faster as compared to the other one which you have folded. So the reason here, it is because surface area. Now both the piece of clothes you have kept under the same condition, that means under the same sunlight, under the same temperature, everything, all the surrounding conditions are same. The only difference here is surface area. So you can easily understand that how surface area is affecting the rate of evaporation. So these two, especially temperature and surface area, these two are the most common factors which affects the rate of evaporation to a much greater extent. The other two are humidity. About humidity we discussed yesterday in detail, that what is humidity. Humidity is defined as the amount of water vapor present in air. So if humidity is already uh, if the condition is already humid, if humidity is already high in our atmosphere, that means in our atmosphere if the water content in air is already high, then the rate of evaporation decreases. It is because air is also having fixed capacity to hold water vapor. So if already it is holding large amount of water vapor, then rate of evaporation decreases, because in evaporation also water is converting into water vapor. Now the third one, sorry, the fourth one is wind speed. So wind speed, actually what happens when there is when the speed of wind is high, then it increases the rate of evaporation. This also you can relate with everyday life. Like if you are just putting your cloth under fan, now inside room under fan there is no sunlight, the temperature is also not very high, then actually because of the fan the wind in the room is circulating and the wind speed is quite high. And that is why you can see also, like this is the thing which we generally do during rainy season or during cold weathers, winter season. So what we are doing when we have to dry our clothes, then sometimes we are keeping it under fan inside room, and then how it is drying up, the temperature is also low, but still it is drying up because of the wind speed. As when the fan is running, then because of it wind speed inside the room is very high and wind is continuously circulating inside the room, and that is why because of that it is drying up much faster. So this is how wind speed is affecting the rate of evaporation. The other case also you can say, sometimes during windy day, like if there is no sunlight also, this happens that only wind is there and no sunlight is there, then also our clothes is getting dried up much faster. Why? It is because of wind. When the speed of wind is high, when the speed of wind is very fast, then the rate of evaporation is also increases. Now how, why this happens? Actually this happens because, see what happens when rate, during the evaporation, suppose of a cloth only, when you have taken a wet cloth and when you are drying it up, then water which is present in cloth, that is changing into water vapor. Now when the wind is blowing with greater speed, then wind is displacing the water vapor to the other place and thereby making the air free from the water vapor at the place where you have kept the wet cloth. So at that place when the air is holding less water vapor, then rate of evaporation increases. So this point, this fourth point is related somewhere with the third point. So what happens when you have put a wet cloth, and when you have put a wet cloth to dry up, and if wind is blowing, then when it is drying, then definitely water which is present in wet cloth, it is converting into water vapor, and when wind is blowing, then it is displacing water, it is carrying water vapor which is present near the wet cloth to other place, and thereby making the area free of water vapor. So the area where you have kept the cloth, that in that area air is holding less water vapor because wind is continuously displacing water vapor, and that is why when air is holding less water vapor, this will increase the rate of evaporation, as we have discussed in third point. So this is how wind speed is affecting the rate of evaporation. So if the wind speed is much higher, then it will carry the water vapor to far areas, and that is why it is increasing the rate of evaporation. So this is about the four factors. In your book they have not given about this reasons that why or how these factors are affecting the rate of evaporation in much detail, but as I have said you, if you are understanding, it's okay. If not, then also it's okay. Once I will give you notes, once I will provide you notes, you will understand to much greater extent, and we will also be discussing about this by taking other examples which is given in the next topic, like how does evaporation cause cooling. In this topic only we will discuss about uh, nail paint remover or acetone, and several other examples are also given. So we will be discussing about them in next class. So this is about the four factors, they are affecting the rate of evaporation, and among these four the most important one are temperature and surface area, and you can easily understand about them. So for today, thank you.